Good morning, Facebook. It's me, Candy. Hey, I just wanted to do this little video. I typically don't do this, but with all the madness and all the senseless violence that's going on, I felt an urge and I felt a need to do this video. First and foremost, I want to pray, praying for the families in Oregon who have lost loved ones in the massacre yet again. Senseless violence needs to stop. This gun violence needs to stop. All of this that's going on in our city with robberies and carjackings and all of that stuff, it just needs to stop. And what's happening in our city is a lot of young people. So I'm making a plea to all of those who will listen and who will hear. We as a community need to rise above the division that we have. We cannot any longer ignore the fact that there is division. Just because there's bridges in our city connecting one another doesn't mean that we are connected. We are seriously disconnected in our community, and we need to get past that. We need to get past, this is not a color thing. This is about a humanity thing. This is about a people thing. About people being able to be safe by going into Walmart or coming out of a Walmart or a mall, whatever the case may be, and being able to have some type of sense of safety without having to conceal and carry, even though I know that it's a law that you can do that. I understand all of that. But I'm making a plea to all youth leaders. If you're listening to this, I need this to go viral. I need this to go beyond just Rockford and beyond Facebook, because the message of it takes a village to raise a child, the village has gone to sleep and the child is raising themselves. So I'm pleading with all youth leaders, let's all get together. Let's find some creative ways to get these young people off of the streets. Whether we got to do midnight basketball again, whether we got to open up every community center, open up our facilities to have rec nights, whatever it is. It hurts me to my core that our young people are dying at a rapid rate for no reason. They're dying before it's their time. I love young people, and my people at St. Paul know that I love young people. I'm tired of all the senseless violence. It's not a black or white thing, but it's about a rights thing. It's about a right and wrong thing. And what's going on in our community is wrong. We need to find some ways to get our young people off of these streets. I'm here. I have some great ideas to get these people off of the streets. I know that there's some other churches out there as well that have some great ideas. Do not be afraid. No, the afraid is no longer can be a factor. Because if you're talking about, you live in the same city, you're talking about, well, these kids are out there. No, these are our kids, whether they're black or white. It doesn't matter. This is not a color thing. This is about getting these kids off of the streets. They could be black, they could be white, they could be Korean, they could be Hispanic, but it doesn't matter. It matters about getting the young people off of the streets. After school programs need to step it up a little bit more to keep them off of the streets. What happened to the rec nights that they used to have on Friday nights at middle schools? When I was growing up, there was rec night at Flynn. That kept a lot of kids off of the street. We had games, we had food, we had music, that type of thing. But that was back in the day. And we need to go back to that, because that back in the day mentality, we need to have that now. Community centers was always open. I know St. Elizabeth was a shout out to Tony, who did St. E's way back in the day. He always kept us off the streets, especially in the summer. He always had a St. Elizabeth program. I was there every summer faithfully when I was growing up. So, I mean, you can't tell me that it cannot be done. If communities can come together to build a conservatory, if communities can come together to save birds, I'm quite sure that this community that we're living in can come together to save lives. I'm going to say that again. I'm quite sure that we can, as a community, can come together to save lives. And we can only do that by saving one child at a time. I did have a youth program that I was going to start called D-Lot, and that's one of our mottos, saving our community one young person at a time. Because I'm telling you, if that young person is impacted enough, they will go to get their friends and say, hey, look, I'm in this program, I'm going to this rec night, I'm going to whatever, and why don't you come with me? That will start a movement. You start a movement with one person. One voice can stand up to start a movement. It doesn't take 3,000 people to start a movement. It only takes one. Black Lives Matter started out with a tragic situation, but look at it now. So what I'm saying to you as a community, as a person, Kenny Reed is asking you, all youth leaders, especially pastors, youth pastors, whatever it takes, we all need to get together, whether it be at, we can find somewhere to meet at, we could do a conference call, whatever it takes. But from this day forward, on October 2nd of 2015, going forward, we need to say no more. That should be our motto. No more. No more violence. No more senseless carjackings. None of that. Because if there are no young people to do these things, then we can have a safer community. We can have a community that's at peace of mind and put their minds at ease. So let us come together. I'm putting myself out there as well, because I can't do it by myself. And I'm not doing this for show or anything of that nature. I'm doing it because I love young people. And I'm tired of young people. I'm tired of people dying all across us, all around us, across this country for senseless things, dying before their time. So let us come together, Rockford. I'm asking, I'm pleading. If you see this video, share it, comment it, put it on YouTube. Do whatever you got to do to let this video go viral. And I promise you, we come together as a community, can nobody stop us. United we stand, and divided we will always fall. God bless, and keep the faith.